Hey everybody, welcome to Life with Jack and Nicole. I hope you can hear me because I'm kind of back away from the camera, but I'm just so excited to talk to you guys and girls tonight. First of all, I'm in this beautiful park in northern Alabama, taking my evening walk. Actually even ran a little because the weather is absolutely amazing. For all the things people say about the South and the weather, yeah, it can change a lot, but in the fall, it is some of the finest weather you'll find in America. And I know what I'm talking about because I've lived in all four corners of the country. Do you realize that? I've lived in the Pacific Northwest. I've lived in the Pacific coastline along the ocean. I've lived in the desert Southwest. I've lived in the Northeast of New York. I've lived in Florida. I've lived in Texas. And now I'm taking up residency in the Southeast where I grew up along with Nicole here. And I think one thing that I forgot about in the South is the falls are absolutely magnificent. We've had our first couple of little cool fronts come through. The air is so clear, the sky is so crisp and blue. There's low humidity and temperatures just right. I mean, today it's been in the 80s, low humidity, a light breeze. And what that does is it puts me in a good mood. And I'm sure it puts you in a good mood when you have great weather as well. And I've noticed it too, the people here are always great. They're always friendly. But now in the parks and the trails and things, they're really coming out in full force, getting in their exercise. Now, I never stop exercising though, because I think it's just doggone important, especially at this stage in life, to just keep on moving, keep on trucking, so to speak. I also want to let you know there are some exciting things happening in mine and Nicole's life right now. The problem is I can't tell you anything about any of it. But eventually we will. And most of it, no, all of it is good news. It's required a lot of patience, a lot of investment of time and resources and things like that, but it's all good. And what it's teaching me is that in this chapter 2 of my life, as I call it, if you're willing to put in that extra effort, and put in that extra time, and in some cases invest those extra funds and things like that, life can still be very, very rewarding. Now you're probably saying, well, where's Nicole? Well, Nicole's investing some time and energy as we speak. She's involved in a women's Bible study, and she's out there investing in the Word and getting stronger in her faith and making connections. All that's important. Connections, boy, that's something that is so vitally needed by each and every one of you. We need that human interaction, and I find that that's something that is really, really helping me along the way too. So overall, how's life going for me? People often ask me that, and one of the number one questions people always get is people will ask, "Do you still think about Pam?" My goodness, yes. Not a day goes by that I still don't think about her. But I'm learning more and more how that she's always part of me. She just doesn't necessarily dominate me in my thoughts. And that's not a bad thing. That's not putting distance between me and her. It just means, though, that I'm investing in the present. You know, I did another video called about living in the past, living in the future, or living in the present. And that's what I'm doing now, is I'm living in the present. So lots of good things out there. If you're in a part of the country, most parts of the country, as you head into fall, the weather can be really nice. Please get outside and enjoy that good weather, okay? Maybe, too, if you have some mobility issues and things like that, get somebody to help you get outside, okay? Just get out there and breathe in this air. Take in some of this sunshine. Enjoy these mild temperatures while we've got them. Because, of course, wintertime for some parts of the country can be a little dismal. I know that. Been there, done that. Remember, I've lived in all four quarters of the country. And then you probably ask, well, where was the best place you lived weather-wise? Well, yeah, I mean, the central coast of California. We live north of Santa Barbara. It doesn't get much better than that. Problem is, not many people can afford to live there now. Now, if you're a legacy person, you can stay there and live and continue to enjoy the good life. Yeah, we left. We left. Going to be hard to ever go back, but we can visit. But I can say that living in the South, our cost of living is very, very doable. Don't have to make a fortune. You still got to make a good living, but it's doable here. And right now, for the next couple of months, I'm loving this weather. And of course, we got college football, living and breathing that. That's always something to look forward to on the weekends as well. So that's about it on my message front. As I mentioned, some big stuff coming up with Nicole and I. Just can't tell you about it yet. Ooh, yeah, that's what they used to call in the old news business when I was in television. That's a tease to try and get you to come back. And hopefully you will. Hey, don't forget too, I've still got that book that's out there. It's available on Amazon, Year One of Grief. I think those of you going through grief and loss, those of you who know somebody going through grief and loss, it can just help you kind of identify with them a little bit better as to what they're going through and understanding the pain that they feel. I'm going to relate to you one final story about grief and loss, and I think it relates especially even to me. It's like a pro football player that I came to know in the Nashville area told me once. He says, grief's like this, man. He goes, it's like when I blew out my knee. He was a star running back. And he said, I thought my career was over. He said, I then had surgery. I then had rehab. And I was able to return to the playing field. But he says, you know what? Even though I returned and I played really well, he says, I never forgot that injury. That's how loss is. We never forget it. But God has blessed me with a bright and beautiful future right now. Doesn't mean, though, there's still going to be heartache, and I know it. There's still going to be loss. There's still going to be things that happen. But I've been conditioned to know that we can continue moving forward. Doesn't mean we necessarily move on, but we learn how to move forward. So I appreciate your support. Nicole appreciates your support. Keep watching our channel. Keep subscribing, sharing it, giving it the old thumbs up. For now, though, you know what we always say. Have a great day. Better yet, a better tomorrow. And bye now for some great weather we're having here in the South. See ya.